My name is Wojoade Kehinde Samuel. I'm the fertility scientist at Fertility and Andrology. What we want to discuss today is painful menstruation in relation to adenomyosis and endometriosis. The design of women by God is menstrual period will come easily. Some of you ladies, you know that when you want to experience your first menstrual flow, you just wake up, you are coming from school or you are in the house, you are doing something, you just say, mommy, I see blood. Your mom say, come. They take you inside, they start telling you, you are now a woman, you need to stay away from men. If any man touches your bum, you can get pregnant. Or all those talk. And that is how your mother taught you how to take care of yourself anytime that blood comes. That is the design of God's menstrual period for women. It does not need to come with pains. Even if you needed a sign for you to menstruate, it will just come like a transient pain, not that heavy pain. And the blood flow of menstrual period as designed by God is between 2 days and 7 days. Then from that day it will start flowing and gradually stops. But when you start seeing a menstrual period with heavy blood flow, with pain, some people have a severe pains that they won't be able to go out, then something is wrong somewhere. I'm telling you, the design is you just wake up, you see blood. That is why you're supposed to know what is your menstrual cycle, which means if you know that your menstrual cycle is 28 days, you see your period today, count 28. That means from 27th day, if you are going out, your pad supposed to be in your bag, or you have to put on pad in anticipation that my period is coming. But nowadays, you see people with painful menstrual period, heavy menstrual flow. At times, get to a point that a lady will not be able to go out. When you are experiencing this, it means it's either you have what we call endometriosis and adenomyosis. You see two of them, they are sisters and they are very wicked. But one is better than the other. Endometriosis is a little bit mild compared to adenomyosis. Let me explain what the lining of uterus look like. You see, there is a meat, part of the meat Yoruba people call shaki. It has a finger-like and like this, that meat. This part of the meat are lining the endometrium. That means the inner area of your womb. If this part that is shedding blood is found in any part of your body, especially your other part of your womb, that is what we call endometriosis. As at the time the real endometrium starts shedding blood, because this part of the endometrium is found at any other part of your body, it tends to bring blood to menstruate too. Let me put it that way. To bring up, to shed blood too, as the blood is flowing from the inner walls of the womb that we call endometrium. Other part of the womb or of the body that has this tissue, this endometrial tissue, we want to menstruate too, we want to produce blood too. That is what is causing serious pains that you experience when you want to menstruate. That is what we call endometriosis. But you see, the one we call adenomyosis, that one is more wicked than endometriosis. That one means that tissue that I has explained to you, the endometrial tissue that want to menstruate, that is putting blood every month, that you people call menstrual flow, if it is found being embedded in the walls of your womb. You know, the other one I say, endometriosis, it can be found other places in your body, especially other part of maybe outside the womb or beside the womb, but the tissue grown to be embedded within the walls of the uterus, the wall of the uterus, which means as the other one that lining the walls of the womb to menstruate, the one that is in between, that grows inside the walls of the womb, we want to menstruate. That means the blood will now start flowing to itself inside a endometrial cavity. It becomes too serious. Between two of them, endometriosis, adenomyosis. If you have adenomyosis, that one prevents women from getting pregnant. But endometriosis, if it is not too much, it's a tissue. I told you the tissue find other part of the womb or uterus. It can surgically, if it's not too much, that tissue can be pulled out by professionals and the situation can be managed. But if it is adenomyosis, the best thing any professional can do for you to enjoy your life is, number one, if you are very young, they may give you medication that will suspend your menstrual period, because it has been found that it is the estrogen, the way you menstruate every month, that making this tissue to grow. So if they give you a drug, that drug will suspend the menstrual period. How does it suspend menstrual period? It cut off the blood flow to the womb, and the womb will not be active at that point in time. Then you won't menstruate. The tissue will die. For two of them, it can be managed that way. But if the situation becomes serious, find that it is adenomyosis and the tissue is much that is embedded in the endometrial wall and in their much, the best thing is for them to remove the womb. But that of endometriosis, 60 to 70 women that have that problem can still get pregnant. It is being managed. So how do you know that you have endometriosis or you have adenomyosis? Now I told you there are two sisters and they look the same, but one is very bad situation. It's a bad problem. Go and meet professionals, because some of you, what you are doing inside the house is self-medication. When you feel as if you have a painful menstruation, instead of you to go to the hospital, you start taking Fervin, start taking a lot of drugs that will kill the pains. Before you know it, small tissue of adenomyosis, small tissue of endometriosis become growing bigger and bigger. Maybe if you complain as at the time you started seeing heavy flow or you started seeing serious pain during your menstrual period, they could quickly pull them out and you get yourself. But when it becomes too much, yes, fertility will be a challenge for you. Please, if you are experiencing painful menstruation, go to the hospital. Take a normal diagnosis. Talk to professionals. Don't just sit in the house and start taking all this painkiller in the name of you want to get yourself. There may be serious problem in front of you. My name is Wojoade Kehinde Samuel. I'm the fertility scientist at Tabin's Fertility and Andrology. Till I come your way next time. Bye.